Do you think that industry beef is actually a thing?
So I actually think it's real, and I feel like Wizkid and David are actually not cool at the moment. And Wizkid is actually petty. People don't know. I think he's even more petty than Burna Boy. I think he threw a shade at Don Jazzy first.
Yeah, that's where he started.
Yeah, calling him an influencer. Also,
Well, why is that? Oh my God, I had a hard time understanding why people had an issue with that.
Basically,
it's not what he said, it is how he said it. And
there's
the
a tone
context,
behind it,
exactly,
the
the context at which he said it.
That's
You
him.
easily get blacklisted
exactly.
in this industry.
Cancel culture.
Yeah.
There's an artist now that has been cancelled. He released the song don't enter, you don't go back to where it came from.
It's another amazing episode of Freaky Table, and today is one for the books because my producer has said she's going to put me in this spot where I'm a tad bit uncomfortable, but I have to do my job regardless. So it's what it is. I'm gonna say my mind, and I'm gonna say things that might get some people upset, but I really don't care. Anyways, I'm not alone. My name is Charles Vaughan. I have the amazing Joan with me in the studio as per usual. My employer, my madam.
Employer.
Yeah, you know my employer. You are.
You just sounded so. You're my colleague.
This is my colleague in the studio with me, as per usual. Now, today's guest is I'm looking for the right words. I'm going to find them because, it's my thing. He is a broadcaster per excellence. He is a MC. He calls himself the 001 of MCs, and I honestly agree, because if you sit down and watch him do his thing, he realized that there's a difference between just being an MC and being a professional master of ceremony. This person understands what it means to be a master of ceremony. He owns it. Now, outside that, he also hypes when the money is right, because that's a lot of work. He has to do it right, so you have to pay him right. Also, he is beginning to, segue into the entertainment industry as an actor, and I'm really, really proud of him. Outside that as well, he also loves to train the body. And by train the body, I mean ensure that you look right and feel right. He's one of the people who really is my biggest motivation as it concerns fitness. Yeah, he does that on the side as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the one, the only. Before I introduce him again, I need to also add that if you're looking to be hooked, if you're looking for a relationship, he is one of the best, if not the best matchmakers. We don't have so many matchmakers in Nigeria, to be honest. He does a very good job at matchmaking. If you don't follow him on TikTok, I don't know who you follow, to be honest, because that's where you see all that content, and he does a great job at even following them up afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Lexie Armani.
Nobody has ever introduced me like
Bad guy.
yeah, you bad. No, but this work you bad. Leave him.
If I say I'm bad, I'm really bad.
You're
now.
baddest.
Great to have you. Thank you for coming.
No. You bad. You bad.
You wish to check me 2 times. I love it.
Nah. That was crazy.
Thank you. And thank you for coming. I mean,
Yeah,
I know that you're a busy person, but you're here.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, so the conversation today is, just so everyone is clear, is industry beef or show business. There have been situations, I'll drop my cue card for this one, because I'm on this table, lying flat. There have been situations where, certain personalities, media personalities, celebrities, musicians, actors, and the lot have gone head to head, in public. Now, this is not behind closed doors. It's, I don't care, I'm going to say my mind. You say your own, I say my own retort. I mean, the most popular would have to be that of Wizkid and Davido, which really shocked me. Interesting enough, I didn't even know, I wasn't following until I started seeing a lot of stuff. I was like, what's going on? Let me go and investigate and read up.
That was crazy.
And it was wild, right? A lot of speculations people had, there must be a collaboration coming, there must be something. This is out of Wizkid's character. David is not really, David can be petty, but he's not full on like that. It was a whole lot. If it's Burna, we know that, but this is Burna stuck in trade. Do you understand? But these two guys, and knowing that they're juggernauts in the industry, and they're doing this, the whole back and forth it was. And I mean, of course, when elephants fight, the grass suffers. So their followers, who are also celebrities in their rights, also came for themselves. It was a whole, there was a wave, you know, of beef. Also recently, even though one party did not respond, there was that of some actor, I think Angelo Curry or something, coming out to say things about Messi Johnson.
Johnson.
You know, there was all that. We're having a conversation before the cameras came on, and Lexie mentioned my name one day. And I literally screamed, I'm like, oh, that's true.
Yeah.
This happened to me one time too, right?
Yeah.
So the conversation today is this, so quote unquote beefs. Are they really beefs as per, do these people really hate themselves this much, or is it all still part of the art of, you know, show business? And of course, we're taking the example of the two biggest artists out of Africa, to be honest, to segue this conversation. So yeah, let's start with this, Lexie.
Okay.
Do you think that industry beef is actually a thing?
Yeah, I think it's actually a thing. All right, because aside them being celebrities, they're actually human beings, right? And human beings with real issues, right? So I can have issues with you, and I come out to my life and I'm like, this thing that Charles did to me, he didn't blah blah blah. It could be real, but people be like, they just did joke. They're actually playing. Maybe they want to release a new podcast. Yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's real.
Interesting. Okay, so for these two people, you know, who are because I mean, yes, and I mean even before him, I think I've forgotten the one who was the person that Basketball had the fight with as well.
AY.
There was that Techno and what's his own?
Kadiri, Omoni, Oboli, many.
Listen, right?
Tony and Funke
Akindele, even though, have they settled? We don't know, because it looks like they have, right? But like, so for these two, for these few names you've mentioned, and especially, you know, Wizkid and David, do you think that is, speaking from a point of view, do you think it's really, and you know, when reading the back and forth and everything, do you sense something that is not? Like, by that I mean, do you think is really
Wizkid and David?
Is it real?
Or it's just for the show of it?
PR.
Or did it seem real at some point and then become like a show? Because what I'm asking this question is because I don't feel like they're islands, and by that I mean I don't feel like it might start off real, but they have people around them.
Yeah.
Why do you think it can't be real?
No. I know that it can be real.
Okay.
But I'm saying it might have started off real. But there are people who can pick up. I mean, you can be doing this, and I'll call you. Like, the reason they happen. What's this? Stop it. Like, it's not. Do you get what I mean? And have conversations, and then maybe we decide and say, okay, you know what? Let's just. Yeah. So what do you think about it? Honestly, do you think it's real, or do you think it's just one of those?
Wiz and David.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to understand that these two guys, they've attained. They are the landmark for every artist in Africa. Right? For you, if you reach their level, you don't get them and everything. So, and being at that level, it is also hard for somebody. I know somebody like Tony might speak to them and they might listen, but you still have to understand that these guys are actually still men and they have their own mind and they can decide whatever they want to do. But do I think it's real? I think it's actually real. I think something happened somewhere that we don't know about, right, between Wiz and David. I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah, me too.
Because it started in the night. Wiz would just throw small jabs. He put a video of David crying.
I
don't like that video.
I don't like it.
I don't like that.
I mean, the video is not his fault now. He just used the video that was available.
He did that thing on purpose.
Yeah, and it's a way of just shutting you up.
Yes.
Because it's embarrassing.
I think he threw a shade at Don Jazzy first.
Yes, it
is. Yeah, that's where he started.
Yeah, calling him an influencer. Also,
well, why is that? Oh my God, I had a hard time understanding why people had an issue with that.
Basically,
it's not what he said, it is how he said it. And
the
context,
behind it.
Exactly, the context at which he said it, right?
He doesn't work with artists who are signed under an influencer.
No. Don Jazzy is the biggest influencer in Africa.
He's the biggest.
No, I think
Wizkid
was a shade towards Don Jazzy or to the person he didn't want to work with.
Ladipo.
Or to both of them. Because he was referring to someone.
I think Don Jazzy has
signed
done
under
something
Don Jazzy.
No, Don Jazzy said something, right?
It was, I think it was Laddie.
He was talking to somebody who signed under Marvin.
Laddie
That's Ladipo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what he was saying. He was talking to Laddie.
Yes, but at the same time, he now added Don Jazzy.
Yes.
He could have said what he wanted to say
without
doing
Jazzy.
What he did to Jazzy.
We wouldn't be talking about it now if Don Jazzy was not part of that tweet. or ex.
Yeah.
Well,
we hear you.
He knew what he was doing.
So I
if at all
feel I
he-
feel like, you know, just like I said, they're human beings
Yeah.
and they have their own circle and friends, right? Somebody might have said something somewhere, and Whiskey don't carry Jazzy for mind, or Jazzy don't carry Whiskey for mind. And one thing, and when he had the chance, he's like, you know what, I'll just add it. And Whiskey is actually petty. People don't know. He's just hiding behind, I'm a cool guy, no love, less love, more you. I be more love, less ego. You know, he's hiding. I think he's hiding behind that. And Whiskey is actually, I think he's even more petty than Burna Boy. Burna Boy is all show, but when he reached the main thing, if you know really do anything, but Whiskey,
it's more calculated.
now him you supposed the fear pass. So I actually think is real, and I feel like Wizkid and David are actually not cool at the moment.
It's.
I mean, my biggest thing is like, do these beefs, right? Because I mean, you look at the Western world, the Drake, Kendrick Lamar situation, it was a whole back and forth, music being, you know,
released.
poured out, and for our pleasant, I don't know, for us loving it, for our entertainment. But now this one, Wizkid and David, their own beef. I
It
don't
has
understand.
been
Like, music, no, they come
forever.
out.
That beef has actually been
There's
forever.
no music, as in to the beef. They are singing their music normally. Maybe they have something to drop.
They're
And
not
then someone will now
addressing the
speak. Yeah, they are not addressing.
Oh, you want them to sing and
Address it now. So put in the music.
And milk the situation.
I think Wizkid and David has a love-hate situation.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But do you think that love
of them are-
situation is founded on actual things or just fan wars
Fans actually have their own and blogs.
and blogs? Yeah.
Because there's something I saw recent. Tony Abraham congratulated one of, I think, a producer.
Bankole.
Yeah, and Istanbul took it, Gossip Me took it, and was like, Tony Abraham congratulates this as Funke Akindele. Why? That was not necessary. Now so fights they start. And if Funke reads it, she might probably just read it in another light and she'll start beefing to him like so. Fans, blogs, everybody.
And the ones fueling this beef.
I'm telling you. You know, your let me use you for example.
Oh my God.
Your,
Oh my God! I knew he was gonna do this.
your beef is
Tell us,
right? Now imagine something happened and people started saying that's how she behaves, and you have people fueling you and thinking, Charles, put it. And people are telling you about it. Talk. I was gonna say something now, but let me not say camera. This is very off camera. But in situations like that where you guys are in the entertainment industry and you're actually known, you're gonna have people put you against each other.
Yeah, of course.
Just for their entertainment. Do you understand? So that's even Messi, Ronaldo. There's always going to be that argument on who is better. And
So what would you, if you were in a position to advise these two judgments?
me, I advise.
No, I'm just saying like if you were.
They will come for me, oh.
No, but like I mean,
What advice would you possibly give two brothers who are fighting?
To be honest, they are men, no. I don't think.
such your thing.
I'm telling you, I don't think. I feel like plus. I feel like Wizkid is mourning. I feel like he's still mourning.
Yeah, I think so. So I
I
said this
think
to
he's
somebody.
still
Grieving. So it's
Yeah,
everything
so-
is just-
There's people react to loss in different
Differently,
ways.
yeah.
You get me? People react to pain in different ways. I could be very proactive. I could be very rigid. It just depends on how you are at time.
Yeah.
So I feel like just give it time.
So, but does it grow show business or does
Yeah,
it
it does.
damage
It does.
the image
It does.
of show
It keeps
business
it going.
especially?
Keeps it going. If the day Wizkid and Davido decides to collaborate on a song together, I feel like
That's
their relevance might drop. To be honest,
I think so. So
So it's the beef that is keeping them.
the beef just sweet, may they go.
yes,
Because there will always be FC versus 30 BG for life.
till the end of this.
That's it. That's just like we always have Messi versus Ronaldo fan base.
For life.
That's how. Even as Messi has won the World Cup and everything, they will still argue Ronaldo is the best.
No, after I won the World Cup, there's no beef again. No, I don't understand what people are saying.
I'm in that school of thought, but
Like, yeah,
people will still argue.
People say
No,
argue.
that's the only school of thought there is. There's no other argument. Go and win World Cup and then come back and be arguing.
So let me give an example. I'm not going to mention the name of this person, right? So for instance, there was somebody that when he was starting, he's also a content creator right now. When he was starting, he met me and he wanted to do like an event kind of thing. And he met me like, boss, I beg, I'd like make you get involved. Just come help me host the whole thing. I was like, no, I'll come through because I'm kind of person that if you're doing something, I always want to like come through for you. You get me? And of course, in the long run, it will somehow be reciprocated. So I did the thing for him. It was great, and now he's big. Like I'm sure when I tell you this person, you know what I'm talking about. He's really big, and I was doing my concert like of recent, and I reached out to him. I must have found out. I would like me you show. I didn't even say come and host the show or I like. I would like make you show, and just read down. He showed sin, ignored. There was only one time I reached out and I was like, I want to shoot the content and I want two of us to do it together. He just typed lol.
Is that LOL?
I promise you.
Stop.
I promise you, he typed LOL.
How am I even saying stop? They've done it to me too, so it's okay.
Wow.
I shocked. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Nah. So imagine that kind of thing now. And when I get bigger and I come out and I call his name, when I go say, maybe they just be white. But I'm serious. It really happened. That's how beef starts.
True.
Right.
But that's
So-
really sad.
But when it comes to beef, right? And then you are an MC, you are an event compare and everything. Imagine that Davido and Wizkid have to come for the events that you're doing MC. Eh? By the way, are you in any team, any of the FCs that will be what they?
Do I want to
First
say
of all-
this out?
First, I was saying, first of all, the video don't do video for say happy birthday before this boy. So his Instagram page is pinned up there. That's how you know that he's the video fan.
I'm actually 30B.
He loves Sister PG.
So so I'm sure he knows that you are a fan. I'm sure because I mean you two, you're at a certain level. So imagine that Wizkid has a show and you are contacted to come and do the MC for that show. How the thing would look like? Because I don't know. Would you agree to go do the show?
Wizkid on the beach.
Wizkid, yes.
I will go.
I want to go. It's your job.
Not be money. I'll go
Professional
now.
first.
I'll go. Won't they play the Davido song in the concert?
I don't know. I
They will
doubt that.
play
too.
now.
Playing.
Even if they don't play the Davido songs, I'll go. No be work. I'll go as long as I'm not. I'm just a fan. I'm not a friend. Do you get?
Right.
If it's a situation where I'm very tight with David and Wizkid's camp invites me, I might not want to go. But I'm just a fan.
Yeah, loyal.
I like that you say that, right? Because I was gonna ask that. So let me cite an example, right? And this is something that's happening to me right now. Concerning this whole industry beef and everything. I'm an actor, right? There are these two actresses. I'll tell you who they are afterwards, after the show. And they're big, right? And they both produce movies. And I didn't know there was an existing beef. I honestly did not know. Because I got close to one of them first and I was doing jobs for her and everything. She never mentioned anything like that to me, to be honest. If I had even cited how I had liked something that she had done in the past with this other person who she's not in good terms with. And she said, she told me about it, but she never really mentioned that there was any issue, right? And then something happens, life happens, this other person contacts me for a job. I'm a professional, I'm an actor, I'm looking for money, I will go, I work. I went, worked, but as it were, on that set, I heard of the beef because they know that myself and that person are tight, are cool, right? And I was taken aback because they felt like I had a conversation already, obviously, with this person about this issue. And I'm like, no, this is the first time I'm actually hearing about this issue. It was a whole back and forth, no, you're lying, there's no way. I'm like, honestly speaking, I have not heard about it before. And that put me in a very interesting situation. Because now this person now mentioned to me and said, since you are this tight with this person, you should say, I'll go for the call you for work again. Right? And then it was weird. Obviously, this other person is my very good friend. I'm closer to her than this one. So I'm telling her, I'm like, I didn't know this was happening. What's going on? And obviously, she's like, I knew this was going to happen. I didn't want to put you in this kind of situation. But this is what happened. Crazy situation. I can't say on TV, obviously. But now I'm literally stuck in the middle because she's also telling me that if this is the way it is, she's just going to let me do, and you know how women can be.
Very emotional.
And that's how you inherit beefs.
That you did not, that you did not know from Adam.
You just collect
You're just in the middle, right? So if you're in my kind of situation,
What will you do?
what will you do?
You said you're tight with your other person.
Yes, I am.
Like your friend.
That's my guy.
Said already.
That's where my
That's the
loyalty
answer.
should lie, right?
That's where your loyalty should
I'm
lie.
telling you,
But
so-
is it not the same thing that they say don't inherit people?
But this other one is a bigger
I'm supposed to
brand,
inherit.
Powerwalk.
Ah.
I know, I'm a loyal person, don't get me wrong. But when you think of the work, money, opportunities, this one,
So
gives you that.
I don't know.
you know,
that
this
one,
thing about friendship and loyalty is very tricky.
especially entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. You get me?
Especially in entertainment.
And I feel like if you're very close friends with somebody, right, and you've had the conversation with this person, and this person tells you like, yo, this is what this person did to me, and I'm not cool with this, and this is how it is, right? I feel like it's up to you to decide where you want to be. Do you understand? The person would prefer that you don't go and act for the other person, to be honest. But I feel like the person should also understand that you are a hustling boy.
Yes. That's my
We
job.
never really blew.
Yes.
You understand? And you need to make money as much as you can. Do you understand? So it's very dicey, and I don't know why. Because I would prefer if the person will say you can go, but it will not come from my mind.
Obviously.
Yeah, that one.
If it's a man, it's a different story.
Yeah, women are very, hard. They hold things to heart, gone.
But like I asked you this question, let me rephrase that question. How damaging are these beefs to the industry?
To the industry.
Yeah.
Industry.
Because see, this is an actor now who is now put in a situation where he's uncomfortable clearly. But the thing about it is now you have to pick a side, which I don't want to pick a side. Do I pick money over a friend? Do I pick a relationship? Like it's weird. And then Davido's own, those ones, is their fans, they will always clash and go on and whatever. They'll be buying CDs and attending, buying tickets. That one, the music industry is kind of a bit, you know, it
Wizkid
works.
fans still
Yeah, it
attend
works for the
Davido's
artists.
concert.
But when it comes to actors and then maybe fashion designers and then models, you know, where does this feuds? Where does it land everyone?
I'm trying to. Does it damage?
Then you now come to executives as well, because you have the administrative arm of show business, the business side really. Those who make decisions, those who pay, those who do. So if two companies are clashing, now the actors or those that are involved, the clients, where am I going?
So I was going to say it doesn't damage the industry, but I just thought about somebody told me something one time. Let me say, I won't mention their names, but let me just say. So she was working with a smaller brand before, all these online TVs, right? And I think she had a problem with the producer or the owner of the TV. So she decided to leave. So a bigger platform came, like TV that's on DSTV, came and told her that, okay, Alpha, start working with me, I'll pay you more, this and that. Now, this other person that's an online TV now went to the station. I'm like, this girl that you're trying to employ, she's this, she's that. She will destroy her, he will do it.
Wow.
Spoiled her name, and that's how she lost that job. So I was going to say, does it damage or does it not damage? I think it does. Because when it's very toxic, a lot of things can be added to it, and it gets
Because I know that
crazy.
the industry entertainment is very small.
It's
Right?
not small.
Everybody, no, like when I say small, like we know each other, right? The media knows the artist, the artist know the actor, the actor knows. Like it's just like a small world there.
I think I
so
get
when
you.
one like agencies, when one person talks bad about you, it's
It will
kind of
spread.
Yeah. So you just lose jobs all of it, or nobody's calling you for anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking.
You easily get blacklisted
Exactly.
in this industry.
Cancel
So
culture.
No jokes. Now cancel control is actually big.
It's a big
It's
thing.
a thing now. Before we know they really, but now there are some artists that me could just drop the press release. I was like, assuming they canceled him, I ain't go to look for a job for a bank, and he's being serious. There's an artist now that has been cancelled. He released the song don't enter, you don't go back to where it came from. It's a thing, no.
This cancel culture, I thought it was just when he was mentioning some of the things,
avoid
highlighting
wahala.
some of the. I was just like,
Just avoid one.
Avoid it too.
So you're afraid now to speak up
Yes,
for
so-
certain things because
Even if you're going to speak up,
you have to be smart about
how do I
it.
put it?
Except you're a very dark man. To be honest.
Yes, or you just damn the
VDM.
consequences.
Yeah, exactly. VDM no send anybody.
Or maybe your backing is strong.
That
That nothing will happen. If you know that you don't really just keep
VDM
your
where they
mouth
go
shut.
against FC. No, that guy is crazy.
If you know you don't, just keep your mouth shut. It's a crazy
It's a
situation
real
to be.
thing.
Yes, it is.
Do you also think that, I know, I mean, it's show business, so I feel like I know the answer to this question, but I'm still going to ask you regardless, that orchestrated industry beefs help
The be fast.
marketing, help sales, help numbers.
Yes, it does.
And it's like, it's almost, these days, it's almost inculcated in like PR plans, to be honest. Like, oh, let's plan that you guys do this, and then it goes.
So when are we going to fight now, Seth? So that
It has
People
to
are about
be,
to release
it has to be real. Plus now people are already getting the hang of it that it might be orchestrated.
Yes.
So you have to be actually smart when you want
Plotting
to
it.
plan or
Before it
plant
backfires,
anything.
and
Exactly. Because now people are getting smarter. And people are getting tired of the same. You know, there's a content creator and an artist that I think he released the song and they fought for a long time and people thought it was real. Now he decided to release another song with another artist and he wanted to use the same method of fight. And people were like, oh Benny,
Don't cast.
you know, we know what see they do like rest.
Rest, stop it.
Like rest, move on. You get me? So
Nigerians.
and you did a quick verse, so
This is one question I've always wanted to ask you, always. And I like that you're here. And it's funny how I've never asked you because it was always in my mind whenever I see it. Now,
I don't need fear.
not fear. So, you call yourself the one of MCs.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a situation where you felt weird when you were introduced that way? Or when you introduced yourself that way? Or how do I put it?
And how did he even get to call himself that way?
Oh,
I mean, we'll get there, but I just want to know because you've hosted the event.
yeah.
And say, for example, this is me not thinking on your behalf.
Okay.
I'm in a hall where there's Sakadua,
Yeah,
where there's
Ibuka.
Bobby, there's Ibuka, and I'm saying I am the one of MCs.
one.
That's a lot of guts. Do you understand? Because if I'm Ibuka, I'm looking at like,
Who's this one?
do you understand? So have you ever felt uncomfortable just being referred to, or even calling yourself that?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I think about it. I'm not gonna lie. I think about it, and I feel like everybody is entitled to call themselves what they believe they are.
Self-acclaimed.
You get. Plus, what you say you are is what you actually eventually become. You get me? And these guys you just called are not gonna be there for a long time. That time don't be past.
Yep.
Now,
They don't agree, Sha, but
boy, our time is coming up. You
Yeah.
get me? And everybody is gradually carving a niche for themselves.
Yes.
You get me? So I think about it sometimes, but some other times I'm like, yo, whatever.
When it comes to MCing, like because I know that public speaking, which is I think is under that, is very difficult for so many people. So many people. How did you become an MC, and why was it so important to you? You know, how to earn a living through that,
How did I become an MC?
or you just woke up one day and just talking?
I think I started professionally in school, I think 2012, 2013. I think when I was in OAU, Bafemi Awolowo University, 100 level. That's when I started. There was one show I did then, Anglomos Carnival. So there was a hostel, Angola is for the guys, then Mozambique is for the female hostel. So we came together and we're like, we're going to do a carnival that will involve both hostels. So we called it Anglomos Carnival. So that's why I started hosting. And when I did, a lot of people were like, "God, you sabi amo, it's great and everything." Then I hosted a friend's birthday party, a house party. That was like my first house party. And the kind of games I played there, even me, I shocked. Say, yeah, have you do this thing? It was crazy, you know. So people were like, "Guy, I think you could actually take this up professionally and everything." And that's how I started. And I'm the kind of person that if I'm not getting what I want, I create it for myself. Back then in school, I had bigger people. I had Aruli, MC Lively, people that were already ahead of me. Do you understand? So I had to even start creating my own shows. Like, yo, this is my show, and I can do it. This is me MCing. And so when their set was over, it was time for my set. So me, Yemi, Timi Agbaje, that's how it is.
What was your first paycheck as an MC?
Ha! Do you want to know this? 500 naira.
Eh?
I'm not even lying. And it was one of the biggest shows in OAU. We have something we call like the O2 Arena in OAU. It's called amphitheater. This hall can contain like 7,000 to 8,000 students.
oh wow, really?
Yes, it's that big. And they paid me 500.
As in 1.
It was even 1K. Me and one other guy. Me and Yemoli.
Which year was this thing?
I'm sure Yemoli will remember this story. Me and Yemoli, we were paid 1K. We shared the 500 naira each.
You had to hold it down.
Yeah, we held it down. No,
For the 500 naira.
If you
Obviously,
call
yes.
MC for where you go mention our name, you get me. So yeah, we held it down. 500 naira. I'm sure you can attest it. 1K. Let me not say 500
So
naira.
how much is it now for me to get you to MC?
Can't
First
say
of all,
now.
From 500 naira to
Well, I charge quite an amount, you know. But when you ask for my rate card, you'll know.
You gonna see
I did
it.
try.
Okay.
I try.
Okay.
He does.
I try.
So I just wanted to make sure that people don't come with 500 naira this time.
No,
So
I
it's
you
like,
did why? When you phone said we're gonna see. No, yeah, but I was paid 500 naira.
okay.
What about you? What was your first picture?
As what? As an MC?
Yeah. I'm sure you started big.
No. I think like 5K or something like that.
You see, I
I
collected
think it was
10%
church
of your money.
or something.
It was church, church event.
And I never thought I could MC. I thought it was a joke. When they told me, I said, okay, I'll do it. And I just, honestly, I didn't do anything. I won't even learn. But then I liked the way I felt afterwards. So I now started like, okay, how this do. And I mean, that's
But where is your strength though? Like music concerts or corporate bank events, corporate things, or like shows, where's your strength? Because I saw one of your stuff on Instagram, I was like, damn, this guy.
Everything. I don't think. I don't know. Everything. But strength. I don't think there's. I have a story. You don't watch maybe.
Yeah, I feel like for.
Don't say weddings.
No.
Okay.
No, not weddings. Not corporate. I feel like for parties, for like shows, for like he has
you get the crowd,
yes.
like,
But a lot of people feel like I'm a chilled guy.
No, that's what I know. Because if you can go that big, you can definitely be here. If your calm is nothing, just like you're sleeping.
True.
That's where I feel
Like
your
my strength
is. Well, at weddings, for me, how do I put this? I would have you as an extra spice on my wedding.
Why?
Extra spice.
If I cannot afford you as per come and MC the full wedding, I will say, please, when it comes to games and
somebody has
after
actually
party, I will pay you to come and handle that.
Somebody has actually spoken
Said that
to me.
before, yeah, because he know, like he will engage the crowd.
Yeah.
It's good we're engaging like the
Like
crowd
that,
and just
yeah.
ensuring that everybody's pretty
Right.
much. But it's bad if the MC. It's a big problem if the MC is bad.
So
if the
that's
MC
the beginning of failure now for that.
That's the
whole thing.
problem now. If the MC is not great and then you give his boy mic, I'm sorry.
That's
for
a
you.
problem.
That's the
You just
problem.
want to collect your money from that.
You won't want him
guy.
to. Even the
Come
MC,
and give it to this
the
guy.
MC wants
Thank
to
you
collect the
very
mic back.
Yeah.
No,
Because
for
how
real.
do you do that?
How do you move from here to here?
That's the problem.
Somebody actually spoke to me about this thing of recent, and I was like, I just want you to. She said she wanted me to just do matchmaking.
Yes.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I have a wedding on that day. I can't come. So when you said it, I was like, I think people actually also think
Maybe it's something that you should consider doing.
Yeah,
like
and
just,
be charging
putting
good
in-
money for
good money for that small game time.
if he comes.
Because it's not easier at all. I mean, pretty much. I think we pretty much get it. But before I let you go, I just want to you to tell us, for people who are trying to, or young people who are trying to break into this space of like mastering ceremonies and hosting events and things like that. What are the first 5 things you would ask them to do?
First 5 things.
Yeah. Before they hold the mic.
Before they hold the mic.
Any mic.
Okay. Let me say what I do. All right. So I think the first thing I do is I pay attention to appearance. First off, right? So okay, let me not use appearance. So let me say I try to understand what kind of event, right? If it's a wedding, what tribe is getting married? Are you guys Igbo? Are you guys Yoruba? If you're Igbo, I will most likely dress in that manner to appease the audience.
Right.
If you're Yoruba, you see me with the cap. There was one wedding I did that was a military wedding. I had to look for a pilot outfit to put on just to
Fit into the
space, you get me? So I always check for the kind of event and dress that way. Get me? Then I also have like a questionnaire that I always put forward to event planners or anybody that hired me for the job. Just also get some information like, okay, who's gonna do this, who's this, where you guys from, that kind of thing. Then branding also.
Listen.
Branding is key.
If we knew this, before we started.
And branding is key in this business. Because I actually took time to check different MCs. And I found out that not a lot of people pay attention to branding. They just post that they host events, but you know how you do your stuff and you take photo shoots.
Yes.
Cover the.
I want to learn this photo shoot. I'm not even joking though. When I see, I'm like, this boy go do photo shoot.
Just randomly do it.
For one, Events.
Yeah, for an event. Yeah. it's the branding.
So when a brand now comes to want to pay you and they see all these things, they go no say
Put in work.
Serious.
the money where they go pay go choke. You understand? And you know that this guy knows
What
what
he's
he's doing,
Right.
right? So branding, that's the third thing. And always, what else do? I don't know. Once I get to the crowd to try and also understand your
Something I
audience.
noticed that you do, Sha, but I'll say it.
Get there on time. That's another thing I
time
always do.
promptness,
I'm always there on fact.
say that.
Punctuality.
Because I see your videos where you just sit in one place and
Yes,
you're just there.
I'm
very
always there
early.
on time and I'm looking. So I don't like to be pressured. When I started, I was always pressured. Where are you now? I don't.
Gets you confused. That's
I'm telling you. So if you tell me the call time is 1 p.m., I will most likely be at 12, 10 minutes after 12. Sit down, look at the environment. Okay, which kind of people these people
Feed
go
into
be.
the energy.
Exactly. That's why. And I can make my videos there too. If I want to
any
do
content
my
editing,
outfit, I can take my time and nobody is rushing me, you know. I like to always get settled in. Then after that, just do a lot of research so that you have lots of material. Because what I'm doing, a lot of people also do it. I've seen people do matchmaking and I'm like, okay. But you can't do it the way I do it. But it's fine, you can copy it and do what you want to do. But
Copy and paste.
it's fine, no, because that's what people do. You get me? But just look at what people are doing and add your own spice to it. That's it.
Great. Hope you've been schooled. I mean, yeah.
What's the thing you say I used to do?
No, you said it.
As
Where
in,
you go to
comment.
events early and you say. I
always
mean, I
go
think as an MC, you should be at events early.
Early.
Yeah,
You know,
obviously.
and just like get the end, you soak in the energy and just prepare.
Very important.
You know, and I would just add read. Like you need to read.
Yeah.
Okay, read.
You need
I heard
to-
read. oh,
That's
what I
something
heard.
that IK does.
Yes.
That I
can
love.
read.
And that's why he stands out.
And Bovi.
Yes, Bovie as well.
Ah,
That's why he stands out.
Charlie.
I watch IK, and I'm witty, but
Yeah.
IK's wittiness
It's
Ah.
planned to the
to the T, and that's how you know somebody who reads.
Yeah.
Like you
The
need
use
to.
of sarcasm is impeccable. Like what the
everything. That's one thing I really love
So
about IK.
intelligent.
He's very, very intelligent. You know what he did with DME the last time?
Yes,
That was
that was
like,
that was a thing.
I was like, what?
That was a thing. These are things that, and I'm not afraid to say that, except one of us decide to be that intentional,
Yeah.
he will still be in
Getting
demand.
True.
Because nobody has been able to be that intentional, not even
Yeah.
your Ebuka or anybody.
Yeah.
That intentional.
That's-
Because with him, you are sure that for every event, there's something he's bringing that you can't even imagine.
He brought a native doctor
This time, yes. Even his wordplay.
Yeah. that's
Because
what
I've
I'm
watched him
saying.
at random in regular events, like
Random,
back events. His wordplay, how he's able to.
Bovi has that too.
Bobby has that too as well.
Now
That's
down
he's
to the
also a
king.
comedian. So it is what it is. Thank you for coming, Lexie. It was a
Appreciate
fun
it.
interview. And guys, please do also follow Lexie on socials.
Yeah.
And I know that you're planning the next race.
Yes, so yeah, planning my next rave. Yeah, I called it Lexie Armani Life in Concept,
Yes,
but I'm
but,
changing it to Armani's Yard.
Periods.
You get me? So just it's coming up. I think September, October, thereabout. So get ready for it.
Get ready for Money's Yard. The first one was amazing. I had a great time. It was the energy.
Thank you for coming. This-
Listen, anytime.
Oh, see, have guys.
It's
Get
very
why?
important.
No, for real. You need to have people in the industry.
Yeah.
If not, you will pay for everything through your nose.
We don't hear.
Fun.
You don't hear. You need to
Just-
hear it again.
Just-
And one more thing. I feel like a lot of us need to also understand that we need to make connections with the people who are growing with right now.
Very important.
Not the people that have already blown because they are going. We are the people that will take over, and now we go there the same circle.
You
get
don't
me?
get it. They
So-
don't. So
Get
like,
it?
Work
You
with
don't
your
get
guys
it?
now. because
network, collaborate.
Macom.
It's very important.
Macom.
But yeah, it is what it is. Follow us at Fiki Table on socials and follow myself and Joan as well. The handles are on your screen.
Joan.
And we'll see you when we see you. Good night.